Have you ever said to yourself, oh my gosh, my life isn't where I thought it should be by this age. I haven't done this yet. I haven't achieved this yet. I'm not measuring up. I need to catch up. I haven't have it all figured out yet. Or this isn't the life I pictured it to be when I was younger. And when you browse on the internet and see other people who appear to be more successful or further ahead in life, you feel sad, empty, desperate, hopeless, or even feel jealous of other people's achievements? If so, you are not alone. We as humans are hardwired to compare ourselves to others. In fact, nearly every person that I know has struggled with this I feel behind in life syndrome at some point in their lives, whether they are in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s, this happens. So you are not crazy having this feeling. But I've got to say that I believe this is a sickness of human beings, and if we don't get a handle on this thing right now, we'll continue to feel sad, empty, desperate, hopeless, and jealous no matter what age we are and no matter what we do. So in this episode, I'll share with you 2 things that can heal you from this feeling and get you out of this mental monster today. So stay tuned. Hello, if we're meeting for the very first time, this is Millie Leung from Shine to Impact TV. I share an awesome episode every single week to help you build a business and a life that you truly love. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell too. Okay, with that said, let's dive right in and attack this feeling behind in life monster. Point number 1, trust your timing. Now, I believe one of the key elements here is the phrase where I should be. I should be somewhere else, but says who? You are the one who sets standards, boundaries, expectations, and conditions. Nobody else. It's not like that there is this one precise way of living. None of us is the same. We all have different personalities, passions, upbringing, and past experiences. So it's actually insane to compare your life to others. Sometimes we compare ourselves with successful friends on social media, famous YouTubers, or people on the cover of magazines who seem to have it all. But we forget that most people don't share their struggles, failures, and self-doubts online. People don't share when they're having moments that they don't know what to do or when they're having stress, anxiety, or regrets in life. So what we see on social media is very one-dimensional and is not a reflection of the full aspect of these people's lives. So don't let the internet rush you. You've got to trust the timing of your own life and adore the detours in your life. Now just think about it. Have you ever gone on a road trip and sometimes you don't get to your destination at the time you thought you would because maybe you decided to stop over for lunch and then you discover this beautiful lake or an adorable little restaurant in a small town? You see, if you stay on the highway, you would probably have never discovered those things. Plus, getting to your destination earlier isn't always better. You've got to trust that every experience you go through in your life teaches you something valuable that you need to know. Now, one of my favorite stories is from Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple. In his very inspiring year 2005 speech at Stanford University, he shared that when he was 30 years old, he got fired from his own company, Apple, because of some fallout with the management. Now, it was a very public failure and he was devastated. He was feeling lost and he didn't know what to do after losing his company that he spent so many years building. However, in his own words, he said that it turned out that getting fired from Apple, despite being really, really difficult, was the best thing that could have ever happened to him.
But it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me.
The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again, and it freed him to enter one of the most curated periods of his life. Now, during the next 5 years, he started a company named Next and another company called Pixar. And Pixar, as you might know, went on to creating the Toy Story movie series, which was one of the most successful animation movies of all times. At the end, Apple bought Next, and Steve Jobs returned to Apple and became the CEO again. And the technology he developed at Next led to enlarge the success of what we see in Apple today.
Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
So to Steve Jobs' point, sometimes life can throw us some curveballs. Yes, and we may feel behind or feel lost, but don't lose faith. Trust the timing of our lives and that everything that we learned and every experience we encountered, all that the dots will eventually connect. For example, in my own case, I spent many years in university studying engineering. Now I got my bachelor and master degrees in engineering. After spending 5 years to get those degrees, I ended up building my career in a completely different industry and had to start from zero, learning new skills and knowledge in a new industry. Sometimes I wondered if I didn't study engineering and instead went into commerce or marketing or entrepreneurship, how would my life or my career be different? But was my engineering education a waste of time? No, because it trained me to think logically, trained me to be able to analyze situation and data, and be able to research thoroughly. So yes, even though I didn't apply what I learned directly from those 5 years of school, all these skill sets and experiences have benefited me even to today. My mentees and students often tell me that the way I structure my workshops, my coaching program, or my speeches are in a systematic way that help them to absorb the information and to take action much more easily. And I believe that my engineering background has a lot to do with that. So my point is, adore your detour and trust the timing of your own life and believe that all these dots will eventually connect one way or the other. Okay, now let's move on to point number 2. Point number 2, redefine success. Oftentimes when we say, I feel behind in life, it is because we are associating success and age together. We are thinking that at this age, we should have a degree, we should have a job, buy a house, buy a car, be married, have kids, or have a certain amount of money in our bank account. We're using certain measuring stick, a certain success benchmark against our age. But the real question should be, how do you define success? Now, a lot of us feel deep down that we need to be successful in order to be worthy of other people's love. But in reality, it is often a reflection of the lack of self-love. We haven't fully accepted where we are or who we are at this point of our lives. So to get to the bottom of this, we need to redefine the definition of success that leads you to your own self-love. I once had a discussion with my dear friend Steven from Vancouver, Canada on the topic of success. And he told me that one of the best definitions of success he has ever came across was from Earl Nightingale. And he says, success is a progressive realization of a worthy goal or ideal. Progressive realization of a worthy goal or ideal. So that means if you have clarity on your own definition of a worthy goal or ideal, and if you're taking some small steps and making progress towards this worthy goal or ideal, then you're already successful.
Yes.
Aha, you see, so success has nothing to do with anyone else. It is not about comparing yourself to others. It is not what your friends said you should do, what your parents said you should do, or what the media painted the picture of what you should have. It is only about knowing your own worthy goal or ideal, have that focus, take actions, and recommit yourself only to yourself. So that means if you are a stay-at-home mom and your worthy goal and ideal is to take great care of your kids and be able to show up to the school performances, if you do that, then you are successful in your own way. Or if you want to create music and share your gifts of music to others through playing musical instruments, and if you're taking steps to do that, then you are successful in your own way. For me, success is not about making a certain amount of money, having a big house or a luxury car. It is about building meaningful connections and doing meaningful work that fills my soul. So instead of focusing on I need to make a certain amount of money this month, I just focus on doing meaningful work. Focus on making that progress and be okay with that. Now, when it comes to my business, do I look at how much money my business makes? Yes, of course, but that doesn't define my success as a human being. Do you see the difference? My self-worth and self-love are not measured by the amount of money I make. Instead, in my own definition, it is measured by me taking small steps and making progress towards my own worthy goals and ideals. So my point is, if you're feeling behind in life, this is what you can do. Find a quiet place and take out your notebook and a pen. Start doing some journaling and answer these questions. Question number 1, how do I define success? Question number 2, what can I do to move closer to my own definition of success? And question number 3, what is one small step I can take today? Yep, give this question some thoughts and I trust that you will have some new revelations. Now, am I perfect each day or do I make progress every single day? Of course not. Even though I'm a pretty disciplined person, I'm still human. Some days I feel like taking a break, some days I don't feel 100%, and that is okay. At the end of the day, it is about accepting who we are, adoring the detours of our lives, and enjoying the ride that is called life. So there you have it, my 2 tips to help you attack the feeling behind in life monster. Now, I would love to hear your thoughts. What is your biggest takeaway from this video? And have you ever struggled with thinking, I should be further ahead by now? If so, what has helped you to make peace with your path? Leave a comment below this video. I would really love to know. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. I share an awesome episode every single week to help you build a business and a life that you truly love. And if you'd like to have more resources to help you build a business and a life that you love, be sure to head over to my website, millieleung.com/gift to grab your free gift. And if you like this video, please like it and I'll be so grateful too if you share this video with your friends. You have a special gift in you. Believe in yourself and shine and impact the world in a bigger way. Remember, dream big, start small, and act now. With that said, I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Bye for now. Subscribe and hit the bell.